for players at all. So in a way, it almost encourages them to go in tougher. I mean, they presumably get a win bonus as well on
Yeah.
top of the money they're earning. So they will go in hard. And I think referees are probably picking up on that and saying, well, if you do that, you're running the risk of getting another yellow and being sent off. So, yeah, as I say, I watched that and it did seem strange at the time 15 out of 22. I mean, excluding any substitutes, but that's a huge proportion, sort of nearly three quarters of everybody on the pitch. And of course, they're also booking managers more now as well. I don't know whether
Yeah.
that guy, I can't remember, but I watched one on Sunday where the manager was booked
Yeah.
and I didn't really see him saying anything. So they're copying it as well at the moment from the refs. But yeah, no, I did see that game, and I'm not surprised, and it may go on because most seasons, I think the FA, Premier League, they give their refs some fresh instructions to sort of focus on this or that or the other, and usually it makes some positive difference. I think.
Yeah, I mean, on the face of it, it does sound like you're saying that the referees got the FA backing to,
Yeah,
for issuing those
absolutely.
cards.
I think they have. I think they have. You can't. I
Well,
mean, the problem is, and it is a problem, as you can see, that it's inconsistency.
right.
I think probably the refs have pretty much the hardest job on the pitch during a football match. It's one thing for the crowds to sing the usual songs against the referee. You don't know what you're doing. The referee's up, and we'll bleep that one out. Um, and it can't be pleasant for them. But I suppose it goes with the territory. They know they're going to get there. So it's very easy for fans to say, "Oh, the standard of refereeing is rubbish," and it is tempting sometimes to think that. But generally, I think they do a pretty good job in very very difficult circumstances because players will try and con them by going over as if they've been poleaxed by a punch or a foul, and you can see when they slow it down on the camera, they show it again. They haven't been. It's just exaggeration. And of course, they can book the player for what
Yeah.
they call simulation for pretending, but so that happens. But there are some good refs. Any ref will make a mistake here and there, and of course we have the added thing of VAR,
Yeah.
which brought in to improve things, and I'm not sure it has done that completely in the Premier League yet. Maybe it will get there, but no, I think refs generally do a pretty good job. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Well, I quite agree with you on that. But 15 yellow cards, I think is big.
Yeah.
I think he might be going for the record.
Well, that was a record. It's
Well,
never
it
been
is.
never in the Premier League before, and the
Well,
Premier League's been going. How long's the Premier League been going? I think Sky got it started in 92.
yeah.
92. Wow, that's 32 years ago. It's incredible. And of
It's,
course, I suppose for the first 10 years, you still see games from those times, and the pitches don't look great. You go
no.
back a good few years, and the pitches were like mud
Yeah.
baths.
Yeah.
But it's really, the last 20, 25 years, the pitches are perfection. They look like a Wimbledon tennis court. They're like snooker tables. So it's much easier, you'd think, for players of today to be able to play great football going back to when the pitches were like mud baths in the winter.
Yeah.
And they were still some very good footballers like George Best and all the rest of them. But yeah, nowadays the pitches they're beautiful. I go into Palace every other week, sometimes twice a week, like this current week, last Saturday and this Saturday, and it's actually it's brilliant to see the quality of the pitch. Even though there's other games played on it and so on, it's perfect.
It
And there's
is.
obviously great technology with pitches and grass nowadays. Incredible
Absolutely.
how improved. Superb to
Yeah.
see it.
I was going to say about the technology. Yeah. Yeah. The technology's come a long way, ain't it? It
Yeah,
has, it
it
has
has.
really come a long way. Yeah. Now, the next one, Trevor, is uh, Everton. They're
Yeah,
still, they're still,
they
they,
lost.
there was a repeat
Yeah,
of the same sort of game. So they were
yeah,
2-0
yeah,
up against the Aston Villa and then lost by 3-2 twice. You
yeah, yeah.
know,
Well, yeah, that's right. And the penalties. Did you see the penalties last night?
from
Yeah, against Southampton, wasn't it, in the cup?
all right. No,
They
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Southampton won the penalty because it was a draw, and then
Right.
penalty shootout. Southampton won it 6-5.
Right.
So yeah, they're out of that Caribou Cup as well,
Yeah, they're
and that was
not.
a home game for them. A home
They're
game
not.
for them, and you wonder if Sean Dyche is going to
Yeah.
last there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going at all well for them. Not, I
It's,
don't think they
it's
got a point yet, have they? I don't think.
no,
No.
no, I don't think it's they
5.
right.
So yeah, they're out of that Caribou Cup as well,
Yeah, they're
and that
not.
was a home game for them. A home
They're
game
not.
for them, and you wonder if Sean Dyche is going to
Yeah.
last there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going at all well for them. Not, I
It's,
don't think they
it's
got a point yet, have they? I don't think.
no,
No.
no, I don't think it's I think the last time I checked, I think they were two from the bottom,
Yeah. Well, they're
on on
certainly
the
down there.
on the
Yeah.
league table. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's I don't know how you can be 2-0 up and then
Yeah.
lose
And
by three
lose
goals. It's like,
lose 3-2, and that was they were 2-0 up in the
yeah,
87th minute.
yeah,
87th minute,
yeah.
and they lost 3-2.
And they
I
lost
mean,
3-2.
there's no excuse for that in professional football at that level.
No.
If they were 2-0 up, you should be able to shut up shop for the. Okay, it wasn't 3 minutes to go. There was probably another 5 or 6 minutes added
I did, yeah.
time. But even so, to give away three
Three
goals,
goals,
and
yeah.
that would have been their first 3 points. I mean, they would have been up the table a bit now.
Yeah.
And they probably will start to win some games. They've got some good players, but it's not looking good for the manager, really.
Not
Not at
it's
all.
not it's not looking good at all for them, is it? And to think that they did a repeat of it again, I was watching it and I'm thinking, I was watching
Yeah,
the game against Bournemouth, and I'm thinking, right,
yeah,
okay, so they're actually going to win this one this time, you
yeah.
know.
They
And
didn't.
then they allowed the first goal in, and the second goal, and I'm thinking, surely not the third
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
And lo and
Incredible.
behold, they let the third goal in. It's the same pattern, same pattern.
Yeah.
So there's something seriously wrong there. There's something that they need to address. And how about Aston Villa last night?
Well, I didn't see the score. What was that?
All right, yeah. I can't remember now, but I think they won by 3-2, 3 goals to 2.
Yeah.
No, top of my head, I can't really remember who they played now,
No,
but
there were a lot of games last night, and I don't remember all the
yeah, there,
scores.
there was quite a lot of games last night, yeah. But I think Aston Villa is actually one of the teams to watch for this season.
Yeah,
Because
I think you're right.
Yeah, because I think they're going from strength to strength, aren't they? They're not
Yeah.
afraid to they're not afraid to concede, but then, they go forward to
Mm.
then score their own goals as well. So, that's why I'm thinking, there might be a team to watch out for.
Well, they've
Uh,
got Ollie Watkins, who's a very
yeah,
natural
it is
goal
good.
scorer.
It is
He's
good,
very
yeah.
good.
Ollie Watkins,
And their
yeah.
manager, the former Arsenal manager, wasn't he? I can't think of his name at the moment, but I think he's a very good manager. He's very astute. He knows the game. You can see his what's the word? His energy, not his energy, his pure determination. All he's focused on at the side of the pitch. Sometimes he runs down the side if they score. He's focused on nothing else but that game and what his players are doing. You see his emotions. He gets uptight, he gets angry,
Yeah,
but he's well contained. And I think he's a big part of why they are now becoming a bit of a force. I think that, as you say, I think they'll be up there in certainly maybe fifth or sixth at the end of the season. I don't really
yeah.
see them much higher than that, perhaps, but I think they'll do okay.
And
And
the
what's oh
And their
I'm trying to
goalkeeper.
think of his name. It came to me then, but
All
yeah,
right.
go on.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper as well, Emiliano, what's his last name? But
Yeah, I know who you mean.
yeah,
Um,
he's a really good goalkeeper as well, into their goalkeeper.
he is. Well, of course, he's an Argentine, isn't he?
Yeah,
He won the World Cup, didn't he?
yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying.
Copa. Is it the Copa
Yes, he did.
America?
He won
Yeah,
the World Cup. Yeah,
yeah,
no, the World Cup going back a year or two ago.
yeah,
Like the guy who played for Brighton, who now plays for Liverpool, um, McAllister. Yeah, he was another winner of the World Cup.
yeah.
And the Villa goalkeeper, as you say, I think he's a very good goalkeeper. I'm not so
He's a
sure
bit.
about his temperament because he can be a bit over the top sometimes. I think
Right.
he won the I think he won the goalkeeper of the tournament, didn't he?
He did.
When Argentina won it.
Yeah.
Um, and they get a goalkeeper, a model of a glove, and he was sort of, I won't just say what he was doing, but he was being a little bit rude, shall we say, with this glove, almost sort of putting two fingers up to the opposition, which I did find a bit strange. But yeah, what you got to say for him is that he's fiercely, wants to win,
Yeah.
like most professional footballers in the
Yeah.
Premier League.
I quite agree with
They
you on that. Yeah.
this win complex. They must win at all costs, and that's an attribute. That's good to have that, and the teams almost demand that you have that before they'll take you on. So he's very much like that, at the end of the day, I admire anybody who has great determination to succeed. Warning, 1 minute warning.
Right. So this is all we have time for. Do you want to do the conclusion then, bro?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we've had an interesting few things to say about football, the football referee, and hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. So we'll see you next week. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv,
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. So it's a goodbye from me.
and goodbye from me.